Well, hi, a very warm welcome to Dusty Shelf. I hope I find you well. So we're continuing with the Hornet Evo build. So this is a brand new Hornet from Tamiya. You check out the channel on there, you can see the building of the chassis and an unboxing. Now on the unboxing, I did say that it's a standard Hornet shell, and it's not. Closer inspection, you can see here it says 2024 Tamiya down the side. I hope that's coming out on the camera. But there are a couple of modifications. So if I just show you the front suspension here, you can see there's now new score lines for the wider suspension that's fitted onto this chassis. And also at the back here, there's some marks for a cutout, obviously for where the gearbox sits. So again, a little bit of a sort of afterthought to make this fit onto the chassis, which is a little bit strange, but there you go. What's even more strange though, it is they've kept this little wedge on the side of the body. Now, for those of old school will remember the swing arm speed controllers, where you basically had a servo saver on top of the servo and it would mechanically move the speed controller. Well, this was put on the side here for the servo arm to swing into. And yeah, they've made changes to the body, you know, in a couple of areas, but not taken that off the side of it, which I find rather strange. I guess it's so that they, you know, this Hornet body here will fit all, so if you're running a proper 1980s Hornet, you can still actually get a body for it. I'm guessing it just would have been nice to yeah, to clean that up, maybe put a derivatized shell on there. You could have inserted the tool there quite easily, and yeah, cleaned up the sticker run as well. Anyway, I'm going to cut this body out today. Now, one of the things I am going to do is I'm going to try some different techniques on cutting the body out. Been having to think about how better to do this. One of them's with a hot knife. I don't know how that will go. The other one is also for the radii, for things like on the back here, actually pre-drilling those so that I get the nice curvature in there. But yeah, let's give it a go. Well, I just want to say before I start that my videos aren't meant to be instructional. They're just me enjoying the hobby, and particularly with this one where I'm trying different techniques that possibly could go wrong. I don't want anybody to take away that this is how you should do it. The other thing I just want to mention is obviously I'm going to be using a sharp knife, and I'm also going to be heating this knife up. So any younger viewers that are watching, you know, please check with your parents or you know, an adult what you're doing here, and yeah, please be careful. I don't want any accidents on you know, from sharp knives. So right, I'll start by drilling a couple of holes, seeing how that goes. I'll just use my hand drill here. If it'll open up far enough for this drill bit. Might not. No, it won't. Right, I'm gonna have to use the electric drill. So there's a couple of radii on the back here. I'm just wondering if we can capture those right from the outset with a drill bit, rather than trying to cut around them with a knife. Well, it's not going to be that easy, I don't think. Yeah, I had to do that off camera, but yeah, not too bad. Quite successful. Obviously, a little bit of cleaning needed, just with some sandpaper. Now, what I wanted to take out the two body posts and also the fixings for the headlights at the front there. well, that was rather successful. So you can see here I've managed to sort of cut right through here, and all these little different transitions that normally when you're cutting out the body you get sort of a deviation running off. So hopefully this should be fairly straightforward to cut out, but let's see how we go. Right, well, I've replaced the scalpel blade because where I've been obviously warming it up doesn't do the blade any good. So now we can just cut with scissors up to the lines that I've made. And then I just need to score down the body. Okay, now scored that, I should just be able to bend it back and forth until it snaps through. That's made it quite clean actually, that's not bad at all. I'm quite pleased with that. Need to try and get my line a little bit straighter. There's a little bit needs cutting off there, but I can trim that up afterwards. That's not too bad at all. Right, I'm going to carry on, cut the rest of this body out because I want to bring it closer to me so that I can see the line a little bit better. And yeah, come back in a few minutes when I've cut around the body. Right, well, I've sliced around, got most of the material off. Now, I would say the hot knifing has helped in areas, in others not so. So I probably wouldn't do that again. I might try it on the wing because it's a little bit more complex shape, but yeah, I don't think it's really helped that much, to be fair, to be perfectly frank and honest about it. It's a good idea, I think, and worth a try, but yeah, there's some areas here now that I need to go around it with some sandpaper and just clean up, and then need to cut out the areas for the front uprights and the gearbox at the back here. Right, that's all of it sanded back. That's not particularly good. Not overly happy with it. Yeah, the hot knifing, I probably wouldn't recommend that. It's not really helped me at all. It's improved in places. It's made it a little bit easier, but the edges aren't as clean as I would usually like. The drilling at the back here was okay on one side, but not on the other. So again, I probably would just carry on cutting it out with a knife. I wouldn't worry too much. So I'm now going to cut out these suspension components. I'm not going to use the hot knife again. I'll just do them by hand if I can. Right, well, that's the body and the wing. Sorry, I did that off camera. I did actually use the hot knife on the wing and it's come out quite well. Got some nice curvature on the corners, so yeah, that did work on there. Cut the body out. It's okay. It's not the best I've done, but it does look all right. And once it's painted, it'll look absolutely fine. Next job, I need to go and give these a good wash with some soapy water, and then we need to mask the windows. Then it's just about ready for painting. So I'm going to stop the camera for a moment while I take these over to the sink and get some soap inside them. Clean off all the release agent from the tooling and the moulding, and then we'll come back and, as I say, fit the window masks. Right, well, that's had a good clean. I've dried it off, made sure that yeah, it's perfectly dry. Window masks. So let's cut these out. And do cut these out with scissors, I think. Right, that's that one in. Yeah, fairly happy with that. I think they've actually redrawn these because these are fitting much better than the ones I've had in the past. Right, there you go, window masks on. So I'm just going to go and prep for painting. It's very, very cold outside today, so I don't think I'm going to have to spray in the workshop here, which I don't normally like doing because you do get little bits of overspray. So maybe I'll do it down on the floor. Right, let's just get rid of all that rubbish in the bin. Move the stickers so I don't spray those. And yeah, let me go and get some paint. Okay, so standard black colour on the Hornet, PS5. So we're probably aware, but Tamiya paints, if you're using these cans, polycarbonate, you need the PS, not the TS. So TS is more for your model kits. PS is the ones for this clear Lexan polycarbonate. And I'm just going to gently dust this over. Try not to get too much overspray in the workshop. As I say, very cold outside today, so... Nice thin gentle coats on here so that you don't get underneath the window masks. Right, leave that to one side and let's do the wing. Alright, we'll leave that to set and come back and give another coat in a bit. Well, onto the best bit of any kit build with a Lexan body is peeling off this film. So there is a film on the outside of these kits that protects it whilst you're spraying. It's one of the most satisfying things is to remove this film from the model. If I can get it started, you'll see what I mean. You see it just peels off, and as it does so, it leaves a fantastic finish. And you can see what all your hard work's been for. Yeah, very, very satisfying indeed. One of my favourite bits of any of these builds. Just a little bit on the corner there, I'm trying to take off any nail. Lovely, look at that. As I say, so satisfying. That bit done. Okay, a little bit left on the corner at the back here. Good. There's not really many blemishes. Just take these bits off of here. There's one little mark on one of the wings, which I'm not particularly happy about. And other than that, not too bad. Yeah, little blemish here that needs some sort of attention, but I'll come back to that. Just picking off the corners. And a bit at the back there. Yeah, not bad at all. How have we done with the window masks? Now, I did get some bleed through on here, I know I did, but yeah, they're not so good. Not so good. Let's see if we can tidy these up a little bit. Yeah, not so good on the window masks. Never mind. So I must say, using the hot knife makes cutting or getting this plastic off a lot more difficult. So keep that in mind if you wish to try it. It does have some drawbacks. Right, we'll just start with a nice new blade in my scalpel. I think that's the most important thing here. When you're cutting out the stickers. That's that one. I'll just slide that into here. And let's bring the stickers into shot. So these aren't pre-cut. So what I'm going to need to do is cut round these, ready for putting them onto the model. Yeah, just checking they're not pre-cut. No. Right, let's make a start. Right, let's put some of these stickers on. Let's try with the side stickers. Well, the stickers went wrong very quickly, but thankfully I've managed to recover from them, and yeah, they've gone on not too bad actually, given the mistakes I made at the beginning. So put that to one side now. I've got all of the flames on the car. They're all stuck down, and as I say, there are a couple of areas that I'm not overly happy with, but they're not that bad. So let's get the rear wing on, and then I can put the rest of the stickers on. So in the bag here we've got the bits for the rear wing, and yeah, indeed This set does have a very slightly different fixing for the rear wing. It's got these rather nice washers in it, which allow a recess for the fixings. If you see there, you got like a countersunk screw that drops into the washer, goes through the wing, and then bolts on from underneath. So yeah, quite a nice fixing arrangement actually. Let's just slide that on there, and indeed these screws. That's the way to do it. Hold it with a box spanner. Right, let's grab the other fixings. Where's my other countersunk screw? Ah. This mounts in the centre of the bonnet. Perfect. Well, it's the following day, all the stickers are on. It does actually look quite good. As I say, a couple of areas that, yeah, I did mess up, but they don't show in the big scheme of things, and yeah, it's gone together quite nicely. So next job today is to complete the headlights and obviously the driver. So I'll just pop that to one side. It's cut out. Now this I'm actually going to glue together. It does come with screws to hold it together, but yeah, I'm going to glue it. And then get these painted. My son's actually going to paint the driver for me because he's quite the artist, so I'll leave him to do that. Grab some filler. Yeah. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is fill the hole at the back here. That is not required. And then I need a little piece of plastic to spread this round. There we go. Right, let's let those set. We'll come back to those in an hour or so. Right, well, it's a day later, and off camera I've completed the filling of the crash helmet here, so around the seam where the two parts were glued together, and I filled in the hole on the back which would normally have the screw that goes through to hold it all together. So that's now ready for painting, and I've also finished off these. I did this the other evening. I've just masked them over. I've sprayed the front, filled in the gap in between the two halves of the headlights here, sprayed the front in white, then masked over that, and then sprayed the rear in black. So now these two are ready to go onto the car. I'm going to put them up probably that way because that looks the best. It's the best of the painting. So just grab a couple of screws. These are MA11s, I believe. Yes, they are. That one and that one. Actually, let me just get a screwdriver. Right, just get the decals for the headlights. Then we're kind of onto the home straight. There's just, I'm just going to give the body a quick clean off. I've got a few fingerprints on it. And yeah, as I say, we've just got to get the man painted up. Where's the torso? Was over here. There's the torso. So those two bits, when they're painted, will go together and then screw in underneath on the car. And then yeah, onto the home straight. Nearly there, nearly there. So decals onto the headlight. Well, one final job on the Hornet Evo before I wrap this video up and give you my thoughts. I have actually bought the hop-up rear wheels, just so that I could keep it all together. So yeah, these are the other tread pattern. So it comes with some little spacers that go in. You can see the thread here is too long for the axle is too long here for these wheels. These are the original Hornet wheels that came with the kit. But these hop-up ones, very deep dish, and these will fit on the rear there. Don't know if they're going to be any improvement or change the looks at all, but I've got these in case they're not available in the future, just to keep with the car. I do silly things like that, so I'm just going to make sure there's no direction on these. No. Okay, let me just pop these straight on. Right, that's that one there. They actually do look, you know, with the low profile on there, they're much bigger than the original tyres, especially when these get worn down. I think they look too bad, actually. Not sure myself. I think, you know, still a bit of a purist. I like the originals, even though I don't like putting the screws in. I still like the look of the originals more. Tell me what your thoughts are. Well, 40th anniversary Hornet Evo body complete. In fact, the whole kit is complete now. I'll just show you the driver. My son painted that up. I can't get a very good angle from here, but I'll take a photograph of it. It looks absolutely superb in there. Looks really good from the side as well. But as I say, I'll get a good picture of that. So final thoughts on the Hornet Evo. Well, I think it's great in the fact that it's celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Hornet. I love the body styling. I love the flames down the side. I think this just looks superb. Now onto the chassis, I'm really not sure about it. So it kind of feels like the remit was, we must keep the original Hornet bathtub chassis and then make everything fit. That's what it feels like. So we've got a gearbox on the back here, which is kind of stuck on the back with this big bit of plastic that I don't like. We've got these shocks on the front here that just are so short there, you know, barely any movement in them. I'm not sure about those. I mean, they are definitely better than the original, but the whole car itself, yeah, I don't know. It probably is an improvement to drive, but you know, I think for me, a bit of a purist, I like the older one better. But as I say, I think the stickers and the body kit, you know, is a really nice homage to the original Hornet. Anyway, been a great fun build, and I'm glad I got one of these. And yeah, this one will be a bit of a shelf queen, so I don't plan on running this. It's just going to sit next to the other Hornets in my collection, and yeah, gather dust on a dusty shelf. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please check out the other videos on the channel. There's lots on there, including the build of the chassis on this and the unboxing. And yeah, if you can subscribe, I'll be really grateful. Helps me out, helps the channel out, and helps you know, what I'm trying to do here grow a little bit, and brings new viewers to the channel. So yeah, if you can subscribe, please do. And with that, I'll just wrap this up. Say thanks ever so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.